Last orders at the bar, please.
Welcome to Tavern Tales, a curated 5e Dungeons & Dragons adventure set in the tales of the Yawning Portal campaign module by Wizards of the Coast. Previously on Tavern Tales, we've been trapped in a seesaw, trapped in a filling hourglass, and now in the third iteration of this juncture, surrounded by skeletons.
Come sit down and drink with the enemy, raise a glass and toast to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So come sit down and laugh with the enemy, raise a glass and sing to the enemy, and I'm not gonna do this on my own. So I won't end up being alone, 'cause I won't drink my drink alone. So what about you? 1 beer or two, I'll drink to you.
The storyteller paused dramatically, ate a few bites of stew that had cooled considerably into a more congealed form and less stew and more of a clump. He smiled encouragingly at those listening, took a long pull, finishing off his ale, and signaled to the server for another. Wiping his lips with a kerchief, he smiled and said, "Eyes afire." The skeletons shook with a disgusting semblance of life. Lipless smiles as they tumbled from their pedestals to attack the party. Florida man, never one to avoid commenting on the obvious, then exclaimed,
I'm going to kick your butts. Wait, you don't have butts.
And now let us peek into the adventure itself, as our party in a row is attacked on both sides of the corridor as we roll initiative. So while all of you roll initiative, I will explain that you are in a corridor that is about 25 feet long. There are skeletons on either side of the corridor, front and back from you, and the corridor stretches and turns 90 degrees to the left. You're almost at that corner. There are skeletons to the right and left, down that left-hand side of the corridor as well, before it stops at a single door that is closed. Florida man, how did you do?
21. I rolled a crit.
Nice.
Wow. Tex, how did you do?
23.
Penny, how did you do?
20.
Okay, now it's time. Now it's time for the skellies.
You're gonna ask me what I got?
He knows by your face is no good. I know by your face is
All
no
right,
good.
the skellies have a lowly 6. And they are followed by Alabama, no doubt, who has a
2.
Aww.
I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Sad. For every crit, there's a nat 1. We'll save the best for last.
Who's in the back of the party again?
I don't think I am this
it's
time.
Maryland, Jane, that's in the back.
I was
Yeah.
going to say it's probably MJ.
I think I'm in the middle.
I feel like I was near the front. That sounds like me.
I think you and Florida Man.
We're like,
in
let's
the
do
front.
this.
And then I think I was right after you guys. And then I think
Aaron.
that one was next.
And MJ.
And then MJ was last.
The corridor is only about 8 feet wide, so there's only really room for one person at a time, sort of thing. Okay. So this is a complicated combat because there are a whole bunch of skeletons, like a lot of skeletons, and they all get to attack within surprise. So so I have arranged things with my new food. So if I happen to accidentally describe a skeleton as a type of food,
Like a hamburger?
it's because I've got a little map here in front of me to show me where everybody is to begin with.
I think you should always describe you killed a taco. That's how this combat should go.
Yeah, by
Slaying
eating it.
the slice of
How
toast.
do you kill
Please?
this doggo?
Put hot sauce on it and
Sure.
eat it.
Slayed
So we
that.
made you that. Okay.
Nom. Taco Tuesday.
Ooh, but it's only Sunday.
Taco Tuesday on a Sunday.
Whoa, it's anarchy.
Just want to give everyone a heads up. Do not buy the spicy habanero McChicken.
It's not spicy.
It is not spicy
Of course
at
it's
all.
not. They can't sell spicy things in fast food restaurants.
But it was just horrible. They're like, you're going to have that spice face. And I'm like, what is this? Where's the spice? Where's the power?
I don't like spicy food.
Do you know what my
It's
husband did to
not
me while I was
spicy.
sick? He gave me a burrito because I like burritos when I'm sick because they're spicy and they clean you out. But he gave me ghost pepper and he didn't tell me it was ghost pepper. And the whole time I felt like I'm being such a little bitch about this. And then he's like, oh, yeah, there's ghost pepper in it. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, you don't just sneak a ghost pepper.
No, I
in
heard
something. Yeah.
And I hurt in and I hurt out.
Question.
Yeah.
Do skeletons count as undead?
Yes.
Yes, they are undead. Yeah, I know. I'm happy.
Okay. Cool.
Do you have special things for undead?
Yeah, one of my channel
I do.
divinities is like specifically for undead.
This is the good team up for undeading.
Bring the undead things. Maybe
Bring
not
them
so many.
on.
That sounds like there's a lot of
There's
skeletons
a lot.
in there.
A lot. And we are surrounded.
I want a thunder wave, but it's like I'm gonna
Okay.
hurt
Will
all
hit
y'all.
us.
I'm gonna hurt all y'all.
Penny.
Yeah.
The skeletons come to life.
Mm-hmm.
And two of them standing. So one I will point out is they are up on these 4-foot tall pedestals and they are looming above you. So you're really like, even at 8 feet tall, you're only looking at their junk sort of thing. If you're 6 foot tall, you're looking at their shins. So you're looking up quite a bit to these. Two of them leap down with short swords to like stab at you. And another one leaps off the pedestal, stands there right in front of your face. And then 3 more also shoot at you with short bows. So the 3 with the short bows shoot first.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
16.
So you take 5 points of damage as one of them hits you with a short bow. Right in the midriff, and the arrow
Ouch.
punches in and sticks there.
Ouch.
Then the other 3 with their short swords attack you.
I thought it was 2.
No, 3.
Damn it.
And 2 of those hit you, doing a total of 10 points of damage. Then 2 of them on either side of Alabama strike with their short swords, cutting down at Alabama's head. But both miss because I rolled a 1 and a 4. Then,
See, ones begot ones.
then Maryland Jane, bringing up the rear, takes 3 short bows to the... Wow, I hit with all 3, so that's 15 points of damage.
Do you want
And
me
then 2 of them hit Florida Man with their short swords, and one of those hits. So that's 20 points of damage to Maryland Jane right then and there. And that is the surprise.
Did somebody attack me?
round. All of these creatures are attacking either Penny in the front, mostly, or Maryland Jane in the back. And of course, I always get Maryland Jane's name wrong and intersposed with Florida Man. Probably the meh part of the names. Anyway, so Maryland Jane takes 20 points of damage from the 3 crossbow bolts and 1 short sword attack.
If you give me her chart sheet, do you want me? No? Okay. So if we kill her, we kill her.
Oh yeah, she could die. Maryland Jane could very well die in absentia this game. So we'll see what happens. It is the top of the round where a Texas Walker will get to go.
All right, cool. How many skeletons are close by me? Or directly, like, say, within arm's reach?
You have them on pedestals. They've come down off the pedestals. They are kitty corner to you on either side. They are engaged with Alabama directly in front of you and Maryland Jane behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot my bow at one of the pedestal on the right of me. Does that help you? So just so you know what I'm doing? All right, cool, it does. All right, attack number 1. 17.
That's a hit.
Does 5 damage. That's 1 arrow down.
Okay.
Second attack. 10.
No, you've missed.
Dang. Okay.
Yes. So you rolled a d8 and you added how much to it?
+4.
Because your dex is +4?
Yes.
Ah, okay, cool. But that it does more damage than that. You just don't know about it yet, do you? Because the bow was touched by Zotzelaha,
Oh yeah,
as requested by you.
we haven't really established
No,
that.
it hasn't. You haven't really had much combat opportunity. So, Tex, in extremely short distance. Actually, I'm sorry to say that you are at disadvantage in those strikes with a short bow because you are within 5 feet of a combatant that is engaged in melee combat. So,
I have to re-roll.
just you missed on the second one. You just rolled a 1. We'll just say that the first one hits and we'll go and continue
Going
with
forward,
that
I'm at
properly.
disadvantage? Okay.
And if you're going to use your short bow or your bow at all in this sort of tight range of combat, yes, unfortunately you would be. Okay, so that was Tex's turn. It is now Florida Man's turn.
So, is there a place that is less populated by my friends and allies in the middle of the skeletons that I can see?
No.
We surrounded.
I meant like I just wanted to get out of the way of my friends and into middle of skeletons.
Would you all like to see what the graphical representation of this looks like?
Yes.
All right, then
There's
come over
hamburgers
here
everywhere.
and you can see it. I do not wish to play miniature version, but this is what it looks like. Yes.
So the skeleton to my left,
Sure. Yeah, that one's jumped down and it is in the face of Penny.
I'm going to use my longsword and sweep up and try to kill it.
Go for it.
I was just going to Misty Step like out of the way. If
Yeah, you could Misty Step back. Actually, you can only go 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
And that would put you into a square that's occupied by somebody else, and there's no real other place you could see. So you couldn't actually Misty Step anywhere at this time.
That's
that
okay.
would be advantageous.
I just thought it was a cool idea.
But you could Misty Step into a pedestal?
Onto
no,
a
you can't
pedestal?
see around that corner, unfortunately.
Onto a pedestal?
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of doing Misty Step, which is also a bonus action, I'm going to do Vow of Enmity on this skeleton.
Sure.
And my vow will be, do you mind if it's a Florida man thing?
Have I ever minded?
Yes. Okay. There should be no mercy for undead walking around when they should be dead. And thus, this Florida man is going to make sure that you're actually dead this time.
Florida man vows to not pay for health care for undead creature.
Exactly.
Not about the universal health care. All right, go for it.
I gain advantage on attack rolls on this creature for 1 minute. Double 13s. That is
The
plus
armor
6.
class to hit on these things is like a 13, so you're good.
Okay. And I'm also going to do Divine Smite on them
Cool. Okay. How many spell slots do you have left?
at level 1. I had a total of 5.
Okay.
This is my D8 plus 5 for my longsword. So that's 23.
Wow. Well done. You cleaved the skeleton. Describe for me how you destroy it with your smite, because it's the magical smite that does it.
Yeah, so she swung up with the longsword, kind of like through the pelvis bone, and just on the connect, that's when the divine smite, and she says something like, "Stay dead this time," as the divine smite like goes almost like radiant damage through her sword into the skeleton, kind of like exploding it from the inside with energy.
Cool. Yes, you've destroyed the skeleton.
I can't do that every time. I just wanted to do it for the first one.
Cool. What else would you like to do?
Oh, yes, my second hit. Is there another skeleton nearby?
There is one directly behind Penny, but it is up on the pedestal.
Okay. And that's the closest one for me?
There is one behind you on a pedestal on either side, kitty corner to you.
Okay. Can I move to
No.
stab up?
You can definitely stab up for
Okay,
sure.
I will stab
It's
up.
really close quarters. You're not going to move anywhere.
Okay, I'm going to try to sweep the legs with my longsword.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweep the legs.
Sweep the legs. So this is just a regular attack because I killed that one. so-
Right.
Rah. Oh,
Ooh.
that's good. 10.
Your sword clanks off the pedestal itself, or the skeleton jumps over your sword as you swish through the air. And that is the end of Florida Man's turn. It is now Penny's turn.
I would like to first do Bardic Inspiration for
Sure.
my 3 friends, but I'm missing a D8. I believe I gave someone Bardic Inspiration. I didn't get the dice back.
What do you mean for your 3 friends?
So I'm missing one
Are
that
you
looks
going
like
to
this.
attempt to
No.
once again give Bardic Inspiration to multiple people?
Yeah.
You cannot give Bardic
But we
Inspiration to
rested.
multiple people. It is but one bonus action to give one Bardic Inspiration.
So dumb. Then I will give Paige some Bardic Inspiration.
That's not how that works.
And she does it so instead of singing something, she brings out her inner Greek warrior. And for some reason, that means doing an Arabian war call, like Xena, and go, "Ah-la-la-la-la-la-la!" And that inspires Alabama to fight.
I'll accept.
Question is, will the DM accept
Man,
that?
I accept already. I'm good to go.
I mean, I haven't practiced that
What
for
kind
like
of
20
bard
years.
are you?
A lore bard?
A lore bard.
Yeah. Lore bard.
So then tell me, because your characters speak Olman,
Mm-hmm.
and Alabama knows what this war cry is.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this war cry mean in the lore?
It is from the Oman people, a different sect that's not as well known, but Alabama knows. And they were great warriors, and they were all female warriors. So, like Amazons. And they wore like really cool leather skirts. And, I forgot the name of it. The circle, is it not scimitar? The circle thing she throws. That's a knife, but it's just boomerang. Come on, Aaron, I'm looking at you.
Xena?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a name for that. Anyways,
I got
they use really cool weapons that no other cultures use. And she knows of this war cry. And so she uses it to inspire. And to...
You know Alabama's a dude, right?
Yeah. So...
A creeper dude who just creeps on the ladies?
Yeah. And he creeps
Okay.
on crazy, awesome female warriors. Yeah. He feels inspired by them. I think that's fair.
That's so good.
So I was thinking of a song, and I'm like, oh, do you know what would be really inspiring? Xena.
Xena.
Oh, this is the
That's the theme
intro.
song. Do, do, do. You wanted me to sing it? There's
So
no
is that what
words.
you say? In the time of ancient gods?
Sure.
All right.
In
cool.
that voice. In a time of ancient gods. Ay! Yeah. And he feels inspired.
There we go.
Sorry,
Very
I
well
assumed your
done.
gender again.
All right.
For my action, I am going to heal myself because I have 8 hit points left.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you casting to heal yourself?
Healing word. I'm going to cast.
Is that a bonus action?
No, it's my action.
Healing word is a regular
It's
action?
a first level, or I'm going to do it at the 3rd level, but it's an evocation. Oh, it is a bonus action.
Yeah, you've
Sorry,
already
I
used your
misread
bonus
it.
action.
But if 2 bonus actions are like
Can't
one
do it.
full action.
Nope, doesn't work
Dang,
that way.
I shouldn't have inspired my friend.
Apparently. Do you have cure wounds?
No.
Do you
That's a
want
silly one to not
But
take.
well,
Looks like you're not healing yourself this turn.
well,
No.
What you gonna do?
I have a terrible idea, but it was the first one I wrote down on my notebook. So I'm going to trust last week, Allison.
Okay, don't
And-
ever do that, but all right.
Yeah, well, she said
Let's
to
go
go
for
right,
it.
so I'm going right. So now I'm going to dispel magic and see if I can dispel the magic that created these things to come alive.
Cool. We talked about that at the end of the last game, that you dispel magic only really works on spells.
Yeah.
It doesn't work on magical effects.
So once the spell's gone, it doesn't work.
So yeah, so if somebody had cast Enlarge on themselves, if they'd taken a couple of Viagra, you could cast Dispel Magic and you could reduce their Enlarge. Or if somebody
But
had
isn't that-
cast Stone Skin, you could Dispel Magic and remove the Stone Skin.
But isn't that removing the effect?
Right, but it's not like you want to cast Dispel Magic and take the animation out of these skeletons, right? That's what you're trying to tell
Yeah.
me you want to do. That's
Yeah.
But it's not a spell that has caused these skeletons to jump into place. It's
Yeah.
it's a magical effect.
Well, those are my 2 ideas. They probably can't mock them.
Maryland Jane is going to go next. So while you're still figuring out what
thank
you're
you.
going to do, Maryland Jane is going to stab at the piece of pie directly behind her. She does not get to attack with sneak attack, unfortunately, because she has no ally that's assisting her. And she rolls a nat 1, so she misses.
No. Usually she rolls better.
And she says, "Guys, I need your help. I only have 1 hit point. I'm feeling..."
That's
All right.
pretty good. That's really good.
I'm feeling sigh.
And we're back to Penny.
I know, I'm sorry.
Who has made the decision to...
I don't know what will work on them. So
Fair.
that's what I'm struggling. I'm going to try sleep
Okay.
on the, I can do,
Do you think skeletons fall asleep?
I think they might. They're not made of metal, so I can't heat them up. I could make them shut up.
Well, I mean, they are carrying metal weapons. They're carrying short swords. They're wearing armor, things like that. So, yes, you could definitely heat metal.
Yeah.
There's metal short swords that they're carrying. There's metal armor. I mean, they're not wearing leather armor, but it's got metal fittings and straps and whatnot. You could do that. So I have no problem if you wanted to heat metal.
I didn't think of that. I don't know if burning them would hurt them, but we can try. That's probably the next best spell that I have. So I am, do I have to touch it? No. Going to use heat metal on one of the short sword holding skeletons in front of me. Penny pulls out her lute and strums a few chords, notices a tune, quickly tunes
You don't
it.
have time for that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And that's
Can't
your
sing
turn.
at a tune.
Well done.
No!
Okay.
And with her out of tune lute, because the DM is mean, she sings,
Them fighting words.
Yeah. I
"It's
mean,
getting hot in here, so you're gonna burn right up. It is getting so hot, you're gonna take some damage." That's the whole song.
yeah, I could tell the lute was out of tune on that.
Yeah,
No, the out of tune lute's totally the one responsible for that song.
exactly.
Cool. Okay, it is a saving throw, I believe, a Constitution saving throw on the part of the skeleton.
Yeah, you're right. Constitution saving throw.
Cool. Ooh, I have an 18. So you figure out what that 18 means while the skeletons do their duty. 2 of them shoot at Penny. One of them has definitely hit. You take 5 points of damage, Penny, as they shoot you again with their short
5
bow.
points?
5 points. Then 3 of them slash at you with their short swords. I have a nat 20 and a 19. So you take 15 points of damage.
I'm dead.
So what point did you go? Not dead.
I know.
How many hit points did you have left?
3.
You have 3.
Yeah.
So the first strike took you to 0. The second strike put you at your first X in your saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
Penny goes down, a bundle of not feathers. I was going to say feathers. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't have
I'm
anything.
picturing bird person. Anyway, a big leathery, and she goes, la, 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 la.
I don't even get to kill myself off.
My loot's not out of tune. You're not dead yet, dude.
I know, but I don't even get to decide how I go unconscious.
No, I got to do that. I haven't gotten to do anything yet. You're still reading your book to find out how much damage you did or didn't do to the thing. Okay, so that
Reading is
means they're
hard.
done. So these other 2 that are still up on pedestals, they're going to stab down towards Florida Man. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Then they both have missed. 2 of the other ones, though, one of them is going to stab at Maryland Jane. She's like, oh no, this is going to suck. I have a 16 to hit Maryland Jane, so she goes down as well in a bundle of feathers. Just poof, feathers out of nowhere. So the 3 that are behind Maryland Jane have their short bows out, so they shoot at Tex instead. Which is totally unfair, Tex, because you're like, I can't shoot at you, but you can shoot at me.
But I got something in my pocket.
So that's a weird thing to say. That's a 22 to hit.
Okay.
Or
how many reactions do I get?
You get 1 reaction.
Okay, because I'm going to use my reaction because of my gloves.
Okay.
So I can use my reaction to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus my dex modifier, provided that I have a free hand, which I do, because I'm holding my bow in one hand and nothing going on in this hand.
Sure.
Now, would their arrow that's coming towards me, would you consider it something I can... Is it small enough I can hold in my free hand?
Well, it's a short bow arrow. I don't know what that means. What do you
Well, no,
trying
because
to
basically
ask for?
saying if I reduce the damage to 0, I catch it.
Cool.
Sweet.
I mean, it's a short bow arrow, and it only does 5 damage. So you have to roll a 1 because your dex is +4. So guess what? You caught the arrow.
Catch the arrow.
that's so baller.
That is super sick.
Do you want to describe that?
Okay, hold on.
This is too
It's
much.
dope.
Okay, here,
Dope.
I'll start. Ready?
Okay.
3 arrows come zipping towards you as Maryland Jane falls in front of you with a loud... One of the arrows is true to strike you directly in the chest. 2 of the other ones, though, they ricochet off the wall and the pedestal beside you. The one coming directly at your chest turns idly in the air as it's caught in the light of a continual flame torch. Oh, hey, don't you have one of those?
Here's what I can do. I'm going to light it on fire as it's coming towards me.
It doesn't actually burn. But remember, you already said that you drew your bow and you've shot once.
Yes.
So the continual flame torch is not in your hands.
It's on the ground.
It's laying on the ground directly between your feet.
Oh, okay. And I also have my dark vision too, 60 feet. So as the bolt is coming towards Tex, it's weird because to him, time seems to kind of like slow down and it's coming towards him and he kind of just moves out of the way slightly and grabs it with his free hand.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. That's great. Good color. Excellent. Okay. Then 2 of the skeletons that are on top of pedestals, they rain down with their rusty short swords, a blow each at Tex after he catches the arrow. Oh, I rolled 2 13s, so that is 2 17s.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So
Yep, those
that
both
hit you?
hit. Yep.
Then that is 10 points of damage to Tex, 5 and 5. That is everything. So it is now Alabama Johnson's turn.
Yeah.
At the end of the entire order, Alabama's been like, what's going on, guys? Which, as soon as that's done, it'll be Tex's turn.
What is the skeleton's challenge rating?
Pretty low.
Ooh, some CR questions. Oh, baby.
Don't worry, we can use it
nerdiest-
later.
It's like the nerdiest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Well, I'll describe it after.
So Alabama, he's going to look around and see what's happening. A few of his comrades have fallen, and he's getting a little agitated that this is happening and that he hasn't been able to do anything up to this point. And so he's going to call upon Zotzi to give him a hand with censoring the undead and using his channel divinity, turn undead. So he's going to use that.
Cool.
And he says, Zotzi, I call you in our time of need. My friends on the ground, it's probably pretty cold, and I think they'd like to warm up now. I require your assistance against these skeletal beings that seem to have a grudge against us. I'm not sure why. We were just walking down a hall. If you could assist us, it'd be greatly appreciated. Oh, man.
And then what happens?
My first question, can they hear me for 30 feet, all of them?
Not all of them.
If I use my bonus action thaumaturgy,
You could use thaumaturgy to make your voice louder, but the range of your direct effect is only 30 feet.
and how far are all of them? If I yelled?
Boo.
You would get all but 2 of them in
Fantastic.
your range of 30 feet.
Okay. Any of them who are within hearing distance of my prayer have to make a wisdom saving throw.
What is the difficulty?
16.
Okay. Everything around Penny is definitely failed this check.
Okay.
Everything around Maryland Jane has succeeded, more or less. That's the general gist of this. Now, what happens with your turn undead?
Shit's about to get realsies. So, if the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. So 1 minute. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can and can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its actions, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. However, as a level 5 cleric, my turn undead causes destroy undead.
Uh-huh.
So, when an undead fails its saving throw against your turn undead feature, the creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is at or below a certain threshold, as displayed in the Destroy Undead table.
Yes, that's what I care about. Thank you for reading that delightfully with your
You're welcome.
nice,
You're welcome.
mellifluous voice.
Thank you.
Please now tell me what the table numbers are.
Half or lower.
Fancy.
You've destroyed a large portion of these undead.
Not the taco. She channels the shit out of that divinity.
That's right.
Dope.
Hell yeah.
Cabo.
Do you wish to describe the explosion or the whatever happens to these skeletons that are nearby?
Yes. Yes, I would. It's almost like Zotzalaha started raining down his darkness, and you could see little glistens coming through the air that looked like raindrops. And as they started to fall on the skeletons, wherever it hit, the skeletons, their bones started to expand. And then over a couple of seconds, it just exploded, but there was no remains. It was just gone.
Cool. So all of their leather armors and their rusted short swords and short bows and whatnot are gone?
Nope, just them.
Just the bones themselves.
How convenient.
Gotta save that loot.
No dust.
Mm,
No nothing. Just gone.
Interesting.
very interesting.
Cool. A bunch of skeletons probably in the Shadowlands being like, I'm cold, Phil. Cool. Well done, Alabama.
It's been a while since I got to do
Defeated a huge portion of these bad guys as we now move to Tex. Tex, there is the fallen and mostly defeated Maryland Jane in front of you, and 4 skeletons, 1 with a short sword out, and 3 with their short bows.
I'm gonna try and clear those guys away with my rapier.
I'm obviously at a disadvantage with using my bow.
Cool. Yeah, you can stand on Maryland Jane since she is unconscious. Kick her to one side. She just lays against the wall, and you can attack the one with the short sword if you would like to.
Sure. Now, question. The one bolt that I caught, am I able to use that as ammunition now?
We'll get to... Are you trying to use it now?
No, I was just asking that if I do decide
We'll
to
get
use...
to that.
Okay, so I'll leave that off for now. But yes, I will use my rapier.
Cool.
First attack.
Why don't you just roll both of them?
One was a 13 and one is a 19.
That the armor class for these skeletons, as I said before, is 13. So you are more than successful at hitting both times.
Both times, okay.
Why don't you roll both your damage?
13 damage.
That is exactly what you needed to destroy this creature. But you realize that you did not just need that 13. There you are. You're standing next to a downed and unconscious Maryland Jane as we now turn to Florida Man.
Kyle, sorry, before we go to Mary Claire, can I do my damage so I don't feel so useless on the skeleton?
Unfortunately, that skeleton's already dead.
Now I feel even more useless. I did 12 points of damage, and the Constitution is just to find out if they drop their thing that I heated up
Cool.
to get disadvantage on things.
There we go.
But he passed it, so
It didn't matter. But at the same time,
now I know I wrote it down.
also 12 damage would have been almost enough to destroy it. It only had one hit point left when Alabama decided that...
Kaboom.
Yeah.
You extra wrecked it. I helped. It's like when I try to open a pickle jar.
Hello. I would like to kill the nearest skeleton.
So Penny has fallen in front of you and is dying. You do not see any other skeletons at this time. You just saw a whole bunch of them vanish as though they've all gone invisible.
I'm going to cure Penny then. Cure
Cool.
wounds.
Thank you.
And cast it at level 2. Florida Man notices Penny in a crumpled mass at her feet. And
No feathers.
no feathers. Crumpled, but still a crumpled mass. And
You realize
kneels.
that she needs feathers. So
No.
you cure her. Give her...
And then I look like a giant chicken.
Why she's so against people eating chickens.
Kneels down and puts her like 3 of her fingers on her forehead and is like, it's time to kill another day. You better get your ass up. There's more vengeance to be had. Come on.
Cool.
And then smacks her on the head.
She comes back to consciousness.
And yeah, I'm leaning over you and as your eyes snap open. And I'm touching your forehead.
This is the closest we've ever been.
Yeah. Florida Man leaning over you, your unconscious body. Yeah, it happens.
And she reached out her talons and asked, without saying anything, to be helped up.
All right. I give you the old heave-ho to get up.
Give Marie Claire a blue gem.
Raise a glass and drink with the enemy. Raise a glass and sing with the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own. And raise a glass and toast to the enemy. Raise a glass and sing to the enemy. And I'm not gonna do this on my own.
This concludes this episode of Tavern Tales, a curated Dungeons & Dragons 5e game set in the Tales of the Yawning Portal adventure module by Wizards of the Coast. Our intro and outro music is the song Tavern Tales by the Bad Billy Band. You can find out more about the Bad Billy Band on iTunes or at www.badbillyband.com or follow them on Twitter at badbillyband. Thanks for listening. Please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes or find us on Twitter at tavern_tales. We'll be back next week with more of the adventure. Lost Shrine. Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan. February 16th.
First it's lost, now it's hidden.
8:02 p.m.
Now it's hidden again.
So is it hidden or lost?
Game 15-ish or 14-ish or something like that.
Maybe
Anyway,
18, maybe 17.
no, it's definitely in 14.
I am
14 or 13.
16, going on 17.
Missing Shrine of Tamoachan. Stop it.
Missing.
I'll use my powers
Trying
against
to
you.
connect his freckles. Oh, okay.
What the fu-
It's
yeah,
a
you're going to be
freckle by
drawing
dot.
for a
Freckle-
lot.
Freckle, draw by freckle.
These are moles, bruh.
Just note.
It's the small dipper.
The Little Dipper?
There you go. The Little Dipper.
Look, right here. To
Little
here,
Dipper, do
to
ya?
here, to here, to here.
Little Dipper, do you?
And then this one. What is that one? The one that has the...
It's
the
penis.
Okay, can we just not?
My freckles don't make anything.
Oh,
You
God.
should just let her, because then you'd be like, just touch your wife whenever you want. She'd be like, and she'd be like, stop it.
No, because she'll just wiggle her butt and say, give me a back rub. And then I do.
And then he stops and I say nails, so he can use his nails.
And scratch your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's love.
That's nice.
That's
Glad we
love.
got that
That's
on the
marriage.
podcast.
It's our referee.
You got told.
Okay, you. No more talkie.